Good evening, Internet. We are back.
Late afternoon?
Late afternoon.
It's not quite
it's
night.
It's 6:30.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere?
It's definitely 5 o'clock somewhere. Welcome back to Techies Talking Tech tonight. We really had...
Should have gotten a manlier bottle of cider.
Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff, though. We apologize that it has been a long time.
A number of weeks.
I was on vacation, and then he was taking a test, and then everything
Yeah.
got messed up, and then now we're here.
I'm gonna get a little bit closer to you.
Don't. At some point, you're gonna bleed over into the. Just don't touch me. Actually, I had to explain that to someone in a meeting yesterday. How there's like, I just feel like we've lost the sense of human touch, and I said the more professional version of, don't touch me.
Stay away from me.
It's like, I really have to get psyched up for when I'm going to get touched by 150 people. That's called Sunday. Anyways, we have a really exciting show. This show is actually many weeks in the making.
Oh my gosh.
So we're going to start out with something the youths at my job have got me to play.
So you're actually in touch with the kids these days are doing?
No, literally, children at my youth, at my church, would come up to me and go, Pastor Trey, have you joined the Klan? And I would have to stop.
Okay.
We have a very diverse youth group, so this is really not okay.
So are the ones that were asking you...
Not Anglos.
Okay. I'm okay with that. If it's asked in a positive way,
So
right?
what they were trying to get me to do was join their Clash of Clans. And after a couple weeks of being asked to join their clan, I did join their Clash of Clans.
So I have to ask a
this
question
is my
about
base.
this.
Yes, please.
So can I, if I have an Android phone,
Yes?
can I play against you?
Yes. As far
Okay.
as I can tell, yes. Because we have people in our clan on both iOS and Android.
Can I be in your clan?
You could be in my clan. Yes, you could be in the Crossroads clan. It's you have to ask to join. So this is my base. I have a level 5 town hall. I'm coming up on being able to level up to level 6.
Wow.
This is a free-to-play mobile game.
Right.
I have spent no money.
So I've experienced back when Clash of Clans had that big Super Bowl ad.
Yeah.
I went and I was like, let me see what this thing is, and that was probably 2 years ago that they first had.
So the game's been out for 4 years. It came out in 2012.
Yeah. So I think I did it about 2 years ago.
So
and I remember it being good, but like all of these things where they're all time based, so you have to come back to them. At some point, if I'm not playing with somebody, I always fall off the wagon.
And so that's what I'll say, is I would not still be in this playing it obsessively, which I've been playing it obsessively for a month now.
Wow,
I started
that's
playing
pretty
this
good.
on my vacation, and I have not stopped. And so this is a month's worth of pretty steady progress. If I wasn't playing with the youth, I would have stopped.
Right.
Because it's an RTS with cooldowns. It is a real-time strategy game where with some differences in cooldowns. But anyways, so you build your base. And you upgrade each of your things in your base over time. And the more upgraded they get, they cost more either gold or elixir, which are the two in-game currencies that you can earn in the game.
And then the green thing
are gems,
are what you can buy.
Buy gems, and you're given a limited number of gems by the game itself.
Right.
And so it would be disingenuous to say you can't earn gems in-game. Certainly high-level players end up with more gems than they need. So some things cost elixir, some things cost gold, and then originally, things happen in seconds. And now you'll notice, I'm upgrading...
Because it's designed to get you addicted,
right? And so I'm upgrading my gold mines.
That's a pretty slick little animation there.
Yeah, I like the animation.
For the dudes building the
I like
gold
the animation.
mines.
I like the character design. It's a good-looking game. This is for being a free-to-play mobile game, this game is not junk.
It has some high-quality elements to it.
It's a nice art style. The units change shape, change image as you upgrade them.
Okay.
And so, I know that just by looking at that's like a level 6 archer rather than a level 5 or a level 7.
Okay.
And so you can kind of tell the difference. And you also upgrade your unit. Level 2 giants and level 3 archers. That's what you see milling around there.
Okay.
And then you have spells you can also use to attack. And you have all these defenses, and everything upgrades, and everything costs time, gold, or elixir. And ridiculous amounts. So, for me, where I'm at a point Well, I'm moving my trap. If I want to, when I want to upgrade my town hall, it's going to cost 750,000 gold.
Oh man.
And I'm only making like each of my things only do like, let's see, how much gold am I doing an hour?
So is there,
I'm only doing 1,900 gold an hour.
So is there a theoretical like maximum as far
Town
as
hall 11?
Okay.
Is,
so you're about halfway.
No, I'm
to
not.
Maximum. Well,
it's
no.
exponential. In terms of reality, yeah, I'm halfway, but it takes exponentially longer.
Right.
To the point where a friend of mine, who's kind of the leader of our clan, Andres, it's going to take him 6 months to get from Town Hall 9 to Town Hall 10.
Oh, man.
He's been playing consistently for a year. He's at Town Hall 9.
Okay.
Okay, I've been playing for a month. I'm at Town Hall 5. I'm about to go to Town Hall 6 in the next couple weeks. So that kind of puts in perspective. You have a whole bunch of different units, and they all have like nice character designs.
Right.
I'm a big
very
fan.
Unique.
Big fan of giants. They're super tanky. They are essentially the tanks of this world.
Right.
They don't put out a lot of damage, but man, they can take a beating. And then you have straight up wizards.
Okay.
A lot more damage. A lot less in terms of health. And then as you upgrade your units, as you level up your units, which also costs elixir and time, they get more powerful. And so, wizards apparently get really good at level 4, I've been told. My wizards aren't there yet. And so you have storage vats for gold and store your elixir. You have barracks. Eventually you can get, I'll show you. There's a lot in terms of your army. Like you can eventually get like hero characters a la Warcraft 3. You can get dark spells and dark units. And so there's another currency that I don't even have access to yet called Dark Elixir. So let me talk to you a little bit about the insidious part.
Okay.
Right now, I have 2 builder's huts. So I can be working on 2 things at a time.
Right.
The only way to get more builder's huts, gems.
Which are money.
Or very limited in-game. So there is an Achievo system, and you get a small number of gems for Achievos. I need 500 gems for another builder.
And you've been playing for a month.
I've been playing a month. Well, you're given like 200 something, but I blew all of those to get caught up with my youth. Because you need to get to a certain place to even join a clan. And the whole reason I got into this was to join the Crossroads clan. Mm-hmm. And so, like, I accelerated things to join.
Yeah, and so that's always my problem is, like, at this point in my life, I always pay for the upgrade on games so I don't have ads, right? Like, if that's an option, I will pay that.
So, to get my next builder, it would cost straight up $5 worth of gems.
Might be worth it.
No, I refuse.
But then you're in this trap, right?
Yeah,
you've now spent $5.
Right, and that's my issue. Is I don't objectively, but the next one isn't 500 gems. It's like 1,000 gems.
Right.
And the one after that's 2,000.
Right.
You see that, it would cost like $40 to get the 3 other builders' huts or you have to really play for a long time.
Right.
And everything can be sped up with gems, but it's a lot of gems. So if I wanted to complete this, 212 gems. That's like $3 just to finish that, or almost all of my gems. You can also use gems to speed up units. I do that occasionally when I'm like, I really want to raid one more time before I go to bed, but I really want to go to bed. I don't want to wait the 15 minutes it takes to rebuild my army. And that's the other thing. Like, it's not quick to do anything.
Right. Well, and that's how they get you, right? Because of exactly what you just described. Because you have that situation and you have no more gems and you have a source of income, you might throw some. I think $5 is too high of an increment for me.
Right.
If the base level.
If I could finish this for 35 cents, I would have already done it.
Right.
And so in some ways, I think their monetization strategy doesn't work for me. Anyway, so let's.
And it doesn't work for me either, but there are definitely people that will pay that, right?
Yeah. So each section of wall to upgrades 30,000.
Wow.
Right? And so it's taken a lot of work to get from the gray walls to the tan walls. And each item, there's a maximum level you can get it to before having to upgrade your town hall. So what I'm trying to do is almost everything's maxed out except for my gold and elixir manufacturers and my walls. Mm-hmm. Everything else is maxed out for my current level. of Town Hall.
And a wall is just that one little section?
One little section.
30,000?
To upgrade.
Oh, man.
The last upgrade was 10,000. The one before that was 5. Yeah, it's insidious.
Yeah.
But
that's how they suck you in, right?
Or for me, it's great in that, like, I interact with those things for minutes at a time, not hours at a time.
Right.
And I'm literally counting this not really as work hours, but I do do it during the day. If I've take 5-minute break in my office, when other people would go on Facebook, I hop on Clash.
Right.
And I am building relationships with my youth. We're all having fun doing this. But for me, it's being in that clan. Because I've got troops. I prepped troops for this. So we're going to go. So there's a single-player campaign that really kind of sucks.
Right. That was what I was playing.
And then most of what really is good is the multiplayer and the clan wars.
What keeps people in it.
Right. So we're going to do a multiplayer match. Okay, that base looks totally beatable. And so...
Because it's got a low-level wall
Yeah, because the walls are low enough and it's not crazy defenses. And so what I do is I deploy my tanks first because I'm a good, RPGer of old. Actually, what I'm going to do first is
waking them up with some...
Well, no. Sometimes you can have high-level units in your clan castle. And so I deploy 2 cheap units just to see if they've got something in their clan castle. They don't. So let's go ahead and crash in all of the giants in the world. All 16 of my giants.
So did you just tap on the area of the map?
You just press and hold. And now I have no control over these units. They're just on autopilot. I can't do anything else except deploy more units, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to deploy some archers. Because now those defenses there are distracted, and so I'm going to put out my higher damage units to start eating through. Because battles are time limited. You have a little over 3 minutes. And so we just lost some of our giants to a trap. 50% is the standard of victory. I won't lose ranking points if I can get them down to 50, destroy at least 50% of their base. So that's why I'm kind of deploying my folks now, because even if my giants don't do a perfect job,
your giants might get that.
We're running low on giants. Okay, I'm gonna hit them with I have an electricity spell, start to weaken them up. Actually, cost me some archers.
There you go. You got 50%.
Yeah. So now we're not going to lose points. Now it's getting better resources, getting more resources out of it. And you got to check the corners because sometimes people will hide units in the corners to prevent you from getting 3 stars.
Oh, interesting.
And the lag is just because we're doing this over airplane.
Right.
That lag is not normal to the game, to my game experience.
So 3 stars is complete destruction?
Complete, 100%. 3 stars. You'll get 2 stars if we destroy their clan castle, or not their clan castle, their town hall, which we're pretty on pace to do, considering we've now knocked out all of their defenses.
So is this a point when you'd want to drop in the rest of your troops because they have no defenses, or?
No, well, I might if I thought I needed to, but quite frankly, because troops cost elixir, I'm only going to get so much elixir. So I expended 20,000 elixir and I only got 17,000 back. You also get trophies, which helps you rise up in the ranks. So there's more to it than just grinding for resources, but it is a way of grinding for resources.
Right. If you have a good mix of troops.
Right.
So now what happens to that person that you just...
Nothing. And so he loses some trophies. So
okay.
But your base comes back the second you log back in, your base instantly comes back.
Okay.
So there's not that kind of penalty,
So
and that makes it a lot more livable.
Right, because that would be... So that was one of the problems. In college, I played a text-based game called O-Game.
Okay.
Where it was all about you have a planet and you build bases and you then go attack other planets and you grow your... and there's a certain number of people in your universe that you're fighting against, and you can make alliances and whatnot. And at some point, because it was me and a bunch of my friends, we all created accounts in the same universe and became part of an alliance and tried to take over the world. But a higher level person decided we kind of got into the big leagues, and you can see a attacking force coming, and you're like, well, and I can't fly my guys back fast enough.
Yeah.
So I'm totally screwed.
And so one of the things, what makes this livable for me is my base. I'll show you. My base gets destroyed all the stinking time, right? Oh, that's attacks, sorry. Like, you lost. I lose like 3 times a day.
Well, because most people are not going to attack.
Right, and I do this too, right? I'm not going to like do this. People are higher. If I've got, 1,072, they've got 100 more trophies than I do. And they've got, same kind of units. And so,
right.
That
guy on the top, oh man, go back to that. Look at that guy on the top. How many units he deployed?
We just deployed a wide variety. Like, I can deploy... Okay, that's the other thing. So some units not all units take up 1 slot.
Okay.
Giants take up 5 slots. Wizard takes up 4 slots.
Okay.
So I have 135 slots. But I've got... Not everything takes 1.
Where's that guy on the left that he has 37 of? Those are the base level
That's
infantry.
the barbarians. And so barbarians and archers each take up 1 slot.
Okay.
That's why I like archers. They're weak defensively, but
as long as you
have the tank, have
the tanks,
tank and DPS, tank and damage per second. It's almost like it's a video game,
right?
And it's almost like I've been playing.
Well, and if you have something that has an AOE,
and so you don't get AOE characters until spells do AOE damage, as you saw. Like, that's AOE, area of effect. And there are
these things that have been around in video games forever.
There's an AOE healer.
Right, and those are very helpful, AOE healers.
Yeah, and so you can get an AOE healer. But so I do a really standard build out of tank and DPS. And so I either do a bunch of giants and then a mix of archers and wizards, or a bunch of giants and straight archers. Wizards are a lot more expensive. A lot more expensive. And take up more slots. I'll show you. So wizards are 2,000. Archers are 120.
Oh, yeah. So
you look at it, archers do 12 damage per second. 12 DPS. I don't want a wizard. Wizards do a lot, 70 DPS. But
what, 12 times 6 is 70. The math on that doesn't work out.
For me, when I'm grinding for resources, because they cost 2,000 each, the cost benefit just isn't there. Right. I'm always afraid to deploy them. And so, but I'm not afraid to deploy a whole bunch of extra archers.
Right, because if you lose 1 or 2, it's not a big deal.
But if I lose 1 or 2 wizards, I'm really annoyed. So you just saw, for me to be able to do another raid, I'm either going to spend 4 gems or wait 10 minutes. And for me, that's reasonable. Like, if I'm watching a movie or watching TV with Sydney, or like in my office or on my lunch break, whatever. Like, I may raid right before I leave for lunch, and then when I get to the lunch spot, I'll sit and raid again. But when I was on my vacation, this was really annoying because I wanted to be playing it a little more because I was splitting this between this and Pokemon Yellow.
Oh, right.
Okay, so if it was just the normal multiplayer, I would not be still playing.
Okay.
What's really engrossing is war, and that's war between 2 clans.
Okay.
And so I have the team component of it. And so what you do is this is all the bases for my clan. And we can each donate clan troops to each other. We haven't done this yet. We let Andres, our higher level guys, do that. And then each member of the team gets 2 attacks that they can use. And so you scout out who you're going to attack. Okay? And so probably I'm going to hit Rafi. I'm going to hit number 13. That looks like a base I could take out. His defenses aren't crazy, right? That's a level 1 wizard tower. It's like a level 3 archer. Mm-hmm. If I can get through the walls, we're going to be fine. I'm going to be able to knock him out. And you get 2 things. You get the normal resources, and you get a bonus of like 100,000.
Oh, wow.
Per one you get at least 50% on. But the thing you're really trying to do is, the way to win the war is to get more stars than the other team. And so what you want to do is not just scout out a guy you can beat, but scout out a guy you can 3-star.
So you want to find a guy that you can
annihilate. Utterly annihilate. And you can get helper troops, high-level troops from higher-level clan members, and that helps out too. But you're looking for a guy, not that, like, I can for sure beat Rafi. I might be able to 3-star him, but let's look at number 4. I'm number 11 in my clan.
Okay.
I can 3-star that all day. Right. I can 3-star that without any backup troops. So I'm definitely going to hit 14 because I'm going to get 3 stars and contribute that to my team total.
Right.
And that
Can you attack them now?
No, so there's a preparation day and then a battle day. So we're preparation day. It's just how it worked out.
And so then tomorrow,
right,
the two clans will attack each other.
And what's gotten me, and really for the first time in a very long time in my life, is I have a multiplayer game where I have a community.
Right.
It's what kept my brother in WoW for so long, right? He had that, his guild. I have a clan, I have a guild. And I see them on a daily basis, right? I see members of my clan daily.
Well, and this is the thing that's behind fantasy football.
Right, same idea.
Like, it's not that the fantasy football itself is intrinsically interesting or is something special. It's more that you see those, especially when it's people you see every day, like a work group, that when you get beat by someone in that group, it makes you want to keep playing the game.
Right. And so
it makes you want to try harder.
Right. And like I have to keep telling them, don't call them clan meetings. There's a lot
for very obvious reasons.
There's a lot of really unfortunate KKK related humor that goes with being with youth who want to be inappropriate. It's bad, but
yeah,
that's what's kept me in this game, and that's why I bother upgrading my base. Isn't because I don't want to get beat in the multiplayer. I don't care. My base grows back. I don't want to let my clan down.
Right.
And the better my defenses are. And so you have your normal base and you have a war base, because war values certain things differently. You don't lose like, if someone takes resources from me, I actually lose those.
Oh, okay.
But if someone in war takes resources from me, I don't lose them. So I'll show you, that's Ichivos. I'll show you my war base. It looks a little different. It's all the same stuff.
It's just arranged differently?
It's just arranged differently because I don't care about having my elixir containers inside. Right? What I'm trying to prevent them from doing is 3-starring me.
Getting to all of your defenses.
No, straight up 3-starring me. So I've designed this like a medieval castle, basically. That's kind of what you do. You put like your farms and stuff on the outside, and then you have your ring of defenses, and then you have your keep. Because they can't even 2-star me without taking out my town hall. And they can't 3-star me without taking out my town hall. And so I have this kind of concentric ring idea.
Yeah, you need another wall on the other side.
Well, right,
of that.
you're limited in the amount of walls. Everything's limited based on your town hall level. So I can only have X number of walls and only have X number of things. And then as I move up town hall levels, I can get more of them.
But what I'm saying is, just from a strategic point of view, take where your wizard tower is. Yeah. You want to put that on the other side.
Yeah, so put that there.
Just to put an extra layer of walls between.
There's some rearranging that needs to be done. And this client this is kind of a miserable client for working in fine detail, and some of this is because I use editing software all day.
Well, and I always find this problem with these kinds of tools, right? Because what do I do every day? I draw very precise.
Right, and so compared to InDesign and Photoshop, this is just not.
This is not AutoCAD, and this is my problem.
Yeah, I have that same problem. But overall, what else? We'll move on here in a second. What I'll say about Clash of Clans is I thought I would hate it, and I don't. I've stuck with it for a month.
Well, and I think it's that community, and I think
it's
that
twofold.
For you...
One, the game isn't hateful.
Well,
Two, because it's not hateful.
But a well-designed game is not enough. A
Well, no. This game isn't well-designed enough for that to be enough.
Well, but even to have the staying power, right? Most games... You'll get into it, you'll play it, and then once you beat it, you're done. You're not going to go back and play it again, at least not immediately.
Right.
The trick to this kind of a game, which has the micropayments, is you need to get people hooked.
Right.
And you need to get it so that people do not want to leave the game, because then they will pay the money eventually. Eventually, people will break down and pay the money for the gems in order to increase the speed at which things upgrade.
Right.
Right? When you're looking at 6 months to upgrade your town hall or whatever.
For me,
maybe you'll pull the trigger and spend $10 and...
No, but it won't be $10 at that point. It'll be a lot of money. It would cost like $1,000 to make the full move from Town Hall 9 to Town Hall 10 with all the upgrades. It'd be really expensive.
Okay, that's fair.
And so that's the realm of whales. And there are certainly whales in this kind of thing.
People that will spend all of the money.
All of the money. And, So I'll show you. So you can look at the top ranked clans. Hold on, where is that? It's up here in leagues. So consistently, Arab champions, who I believe are based in the Middle East, tend to be the top ranked.
Interesting.
And my bet is these are like really rich Saudi guys, or really rich Emirate guys.
That have nothing else to do.
That don't have and have more money than sense. Because Arab champions tends to consistently be the top clan.
And then
because
interesting. They award gems.
Right, based on winning. Yeah.
Interesting.
So the other clan I want to show you. Okay, so this is the clan of most of the WWE professional wrestlers.
Oh, interesting.
Dan Reichert of GiantBomb.com weaseled his way into this clan and then kind of spilled the beans. And so if you ever... Nikki clan is where most of the WWE superstars are playing right now. They're big into Clash of Clans.
That doesn't surprise me.
And its follow-up game, which is kind of the hot news right now, Clash Royale.
I saw that when I Googled Clash of Clans. I saw that pop up.
Yeah. Yeah, and so that's this team.
Is that like a Dota?
It's more of a traditional tower defense game, like Plants vs. Zombies.
Oh, interesting.
But with the same kind of gem mechanic. Let's see. How much longer do we have? Do we want to... Yeah, let's stick on this for 2 more. Let's do it one more raid. And then we'll jump over to something that has been months in the making on a technical front.
The Sega
CD 32X. Which it worked in prep.
God, I hope it works.
I really hope it works now. Let me see. What else can I do to cover 2 minutes of dead air?
Explain to me these little campfire things.
And so those are your barracks.
Okay.
Those, what do they call them? Army camps.
Okay, you can hold up to 135.
135 unit spaces, but keeping in mind that my giants take up 5 unit spaces.
Right, which is why there's fewer giants down in the bottom army camp.
Right, and so I do my standard build is 16 giants and then however many archers. And then we'll go in without a spell, and so we may lose, and that's fine. I'm not waiting 7 minutes. But I'll wait the couple minutes it's going to take to... Yeah, I'll wait that. So different defenses have like different ranges versus amount of damage, blah, blah, blah. It's all limited by town hall level. And so when I get a new town... When I upgrade... I'll show you. Maybe. Okay, so when I upgrade my town hall, I'm going to get another elixir collector, another gold mine, 25 more walls, another wizard tower, another air defense, another mortar, a new air defense thing.
So what is an air unit that you need to defend against?
So there are balloons and there are dragons.
Oh.
And I used to use
balloons. Here there be dragons.
I used to use balloons, and then I stopped because they do great damage, but everyone has an air defense. And so you have to wait for your giants to have taken out their air defense. And wizard towers and archer towers can both hit air units.
Oh,
and so air units...
So most people...
Balloons I have not found to be particularly useful. I thought I would love them because they fly over walls, and they do great damage.
Mm-hmm. But they're too easy to shoot
and they're too expensive.
Oh, wow. Yep.
And I have, when I get when I get dragons, people seem to really like dragons. Like 1,900 hit points.
Look at how much damage per second.
But look at 25,000 elixir.
Well,
and 30 minutes to build.
But with that number of hit points,
yeah, I mean it's worth.
Basically, you're hoping that your dragon will not die.
Well, I know some of our higher level players who swear by dragons.
Because they have that true. They have enough hit points. They
okay.
Can
So let me
fly
show you
over walls.
Let me show you what a high level base looks like. And okay, so this is Andres. This is the top player in ours.
Oh man.
Yeah. Okay. He's playing a different game than I'm playing.
I like that. So I see what he did there.
Yeah.
He's giving them a way in, and then filling it so full of traps that he'll take out the majority of their.
Yeah, and you see those units roaming around. Those are his heroes. He has I think 3 heroes or 2 heroes.
So will they defend?
Yeah, they'll defend. They'll also can be used for offense and defense. They're really cool units. They're very expensive.
Oh, I'm sure.
And so to watch...
But yeah, I like that he's got ways for troops to get in.
It's like a wasp. It's designed like a wasp trap.
Right.
Where they can get in, but they can't get out. Yeah, again, and to watch him do attacks versus me, he uses very few, very high-level units and spells. Rather than me, I'm throwing a lot of units at the issue. It's a very different kind of thing. The higher echelon of this game is very different from the lower echelon of this game, which is where I am. Okay. 15 seconds? Yeah. I could spend 1 gem and save us 10 seconds. I'm not going to do that. Okay.
So you did the boosts in order to
Nope, I didn't.
to build faster?
It's just we were talking that long.
No. I mean, like when you first started.
No, I would just gem out. Yeah, I would just gem out. I would just spend the gems and finish them because I really just... Or like, you can exchange gems for resources. So I could spend 360 gems and get 500,000 gold. And so I did a bunch of that because it was cheaper. Because I wasn't playing in as much of the big leagues.
Okay.
The leagues I'm playing in now. Okay, so we're going to do one more. Okay, this one's going to be a stretch, but we'll try.
Can you look at a different one?
Yeah, but you can't go back. Yeah, we can do. It costs 170 gold each time, but it's not that big a deal. Yeah, okay, so let's do this one.
That one's easier, I think.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay, let's find out.
You're going to have some...
Clan castle. Nope, no clan troops. Okay, let's do it. Okay, giants deployed. Okay, get some archers in behind. Because those are distracted. That one's not distracted enough. Let's check the corners. Get that. No idea how badly this is going.
Your giants seem to have broken through the first level.
Good. We're already at 20% done. Just got to get to 50. Just got to get to 50.
Yeah.
Just need 50. Just need 50%. Daddy needs 50%.
Opponent's shield activated for 12 hours.
Yeah, and so if you get trounced a bunch, they put a shield up because they think you care about multiplayer losses. But if you do, I just don't. And maybe as I get higher in this game, I'll care more.
So does that mean that?
Okay, so we're not gonna lose.
They're.
Okay, but we're not gonna do real well either because all of our giants are dead.
Well, yeah, but they're taking out their gold.
Yeah, so we're gonna end up with resources.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go ahead and deploy it all. All of them.
Attack!
Placement really matters, and I'm not particularly talented at this game.
Right.
Some members of my clan would be like, "Man, you're so stupid." I'm like, I have a life, children. Leave me alone. Darn kids. We won, technically.
You won.
And actually, I got more than I spent, so...
Hey, that's pretty good. 34, 38.
Yeah, I mean...
Pretty good.
Yeah. Like I said, it's not... That wasn't bad.
You
but
lost everything.
I lost everything, and it's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna...
Go ahead and claim your stuff.
Oh, yeah. You can go through and click. It's good. Like... It's got just that kind of like clicker thing. And there's sound effects too. I don't like the sound, so I leave it off.
Right.
There is sound.
Normal people.
Okay, so I'm going to go throw back to host and make the necessary preparations for our next game.
Oh, yes. What is the next game we'll be playing, Trey?
So the next game we're going to be... Oh, you know what I should do first?
Here, do you want me to hold this up?
Yeah.
This is the Sega CD.
So
for double switch.
Yeah, so I'm going to hop over to the handheld cam and show you what we've got here. Sitting here we have a real live in person, not emulated, Sega CD 32X. So
we got the...
There's the Genesis, there's the 32X, which made it a 32-bit console, I guess, on the top. And then here's the Sega CD. I've always wanted one of these. I've never used one before until today. It turns out that it takes 3 power adapters to make this thing go.
Well, because it's 3 different pieces, right?
Right. It is 3 separate pieces that all lock together Voltron style. Funny, it's a contemporary with Voltron. And so I love weirdo Sega hardware from that era. I love it.
Yes, you do. That is a very true statement.
It's your foot to Sega Nomad.
Yeah, I know.
Pick it up.
Yeah.
I have the Sega Nomad, which was it's a handheld Genesis. And then this is the Genesis Evolved.
I do love the Nomad.
And so...
It's so crazy.
What was special about this was a processor bump, basically.
Right.
Which is what Sony and Microsoft are both about to do. And then this meant that instead of like small numbers of megabytes, you had 750 megabytes. And so you could do video and CD quality audio.
Right.
Both of which we're about to experience. I've always found this particular device really fascinating. And I finally found one. They're very difficult to find. No one bought them at the time. They were like $300 back in the day, in addition to the cost of a Genesis.
Right.
It's just a bad deal all around. Not many games came out.
Is this your original Genesis controller?
Yeah, that's the original one.
Man, that thing's a
one's
tank.
Dead. So
I definitely have the newer, more svelte Genesis controller.
So I've got the camera's back on us. Where's the TV remote?
That's a great question.
Yeah, because we're gonna need the TV.
We have not made this more complicated than we need to.
No, unfortunately, I've made it exactly as complicated as we needed it to be. Thomas was playing with it earlier.
Is it under here? At baby level?
I don't know. I see it. It's on the desk. Okay, so
not at baby level.
I've got to throw over here to AV1.
There it is. Look at that.
But they can't see it yet. I've got to hop over here to 4x3.
It's like an awful 90s TV show. That's kind of what it reminds me of.
Yeah, that's... Oops. Okay, settings. Sorry, guys. I know this is actually the sexiest way we can do this.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Composite.
So wait, you had both of them plugged into the Elgato at the same time?
No.
Oh. I didn't know you could do that.
No, I don't know if you can either, but I wasn't about to find out.
If it works, right, one way or another? Yeah, so backstory on this, I had to bring my Genesis controllers because this $2 controller from a flea market for some reason doesn't work.
Okay, I can hear it in the cans. Can you hear it in your cans? Okay, we're going to restart. So one of the things that made
1993
the Sega CD famous is you could do these wacko games where they actually filmed actors.
Oop.
And that was how they presented the video game. And because you could pack video onto these discs.
Right.
But you didn't have this game came out in 1993. It is in the YouTube gaming database.
It is, really. Fascinating.
Getting some questions in the chat about Clash of Clans.
I like this really epic music that we got going now.
Yeah, and so Sydney was like, "Oh, look at that 3D," and I'm like, "Honey, it's pre-rendered. It's just playing a video." But the sound is so good. It's real sound.
Right.
So you can get real voice acting in video games, which doesn't sound like that big a deal now. But if you remember how bad the sound was in the Genesis, it's a big stinking deal.
Right. Well, the Genesis was more of a home version of like an arcade.
Well, arcade at that time,
of the time.
But up until CDs, you just didn't have the space on the cartridges because those cartridges are hugely expensive.
Right.
Okay, we've hit the main menu. I have no idea how to play this. We'll find out. We're not. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Start game. Tally ho.
Basement camp.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Eddie.
Hi, Eddie.
I need your help.
Do you?
This is my building. And since the neighborhood really sucks, I
it
built
does?
all these traps and security systems
his earrings.
to protect the people who live here.
Night Trap's a really famous one of these. They also did ones with boy bands. There's a lot of crazy
I forgot
stuff.
about the phone lines, which is how I got you in. Now you can protect the tenants and get me out of here.
Okay.
You and me are friends, right? Right.
Sure.
Gotta help me.
Yep.
Anyway, I designed the whole system.
You're not weird at all.
Now this is the lobby. That's Elizabeth. She's the manager.
Why does it
There's
look
a
like
problem. Don't expect
Ancient
me to
Egypt?
deal with it,
Egypt.
okay?
Don't know, dude.
You can see the traps
Am
and
I-
triggers
am
for
I
each
not
room
supposed
by
to
pressing the
ask
start
questions?
button. Oh yeah. To get me out of here, you got to get the number from each of these power boxes. Now they flash on when anybody opens them, so you keep your eyes peeled, okay?
Your eyes peeled,
This is
okay?
Brutus. He just got out of prison. You gotta watch out for him. I don't know what he's up to, but I don't like anybody snooping around my place, okay? This is Alex's room on the second floor. She's a new girl in town. Says she's a journalist. I think she likes me.
I think you like her.
I think you like her. Yes.
He's the one who's been screwing everything up around here. Trap him whenever you can. There's an emergency alarm going off in Alex's apartment. Use your cursor to get up there, see what's going on.
Okay. You're supposed to use your cursor to go up there.
So going up here?
Yep.
What are you doing? Get with it. Come on, she's in trouble. Help her out. Go. What's going on? Are you just sitting there? I'm talking to the wrong guy. You're out of here.
Did we lose?
Apparently you did.
Well, Game
Game
over.
over.
That went really well. Okay.
So next up we have.
No, we'll give this another go, and hopefully we can skip some stuff now.
Oh man.
So
That
what
was
I
pretty-
couldn't
that was
figure
pretty good.
out was
You want me to try? My turn.
just
You
what
died.
Sure.
That's the rule, right?
No, but
This is the 90s, remember?
Again? Come
Okay.
on,
Okay,
get
that
with it.
pauses
Get me
him.
out of here.
okay.
There's an emergency alarm going off in
Okay, so that paused it.
Alex's apartment. Use your cursor to get up there, see what's going on.
Use your cursor. We did that.
None of these buttons work.
Right.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Get with it. Come on, she's in trouble. Help her out. Go.
But I know the buttons work.
What's going on? Are you just sitting there? I'm talking to the wrong guy. You're out of here.
Maybe we try one more controller.
Yeah, I did bring the other controller.
I mean, it could as easily be the controller port on this Genesis.
It's true. You want to try plugging into port 2, see if it detects that.
It's probably just on the normal, like, player 1 versus player 2 rules.
Man, this is a janky third-party controller.
Okay.
Well, now I'm curious though. We need to try the next one.
Yeah, Doom 32X.
Yeah.
I would like to eventually play more of Double Switch.
But so what I would say though is if that's not working, you're just gonna have to find a repair shop.
There is one in Houston I
But
know of now.
You may also just need to get some isopropyl alcohol in there and clean the contacts.
I mean, the Genesis part of this system was purchased at a thrift store for $5.
Right. Of course.
Hey. There's an emergency
Oh, you skipped
alarm
it.
going off in Alex's apartment. Use your cursor to get up there, see what's going on.
You want to go up to her?
It was the controller.
It's the controller. Break the fourth wall and then scream.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, now you're making me look bad.
What?
Screw up again and you're gone.
What did we mess up?
Go there, I guess. Okay, so it looks like that is a door opening. So go back to Alex's room. See how the door's open? Oh, she just left.
Okay, Brutus is doing something. I guess the green dots mean number of people?
Probably. And then the little, so he just left. Is Alex now in the basement? Nope, other
You
way.
let those suckers get to the power box. And now we're all cut off.
Game over?
Game over.
Interesting.
Okay.
This is really complicated, actually.
Yeah. 90s were a tough time. Okay. Give this one more shot.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll,
Especially now you can skip that intro part.
Yeah.
Because there's no information there.
Oh, come on, get with it. Get me out of here.
All right, go up to...
There's an emergency alarm going off in Alex's apartment. Use your cursor to get up there, see what's going on.
I guess click it. Go over to where the door is, maybe? Right there? We're having that same problem again?
What are you doing? Get with it. Come on, she's in trouble. Help her out. Go. What's going on?
I'm hitting.
There it is. Oh, interesting. So it starts playing that... so he just went along the outside.
Hey, now you're making me
See if you
look
can
bad.
go to the other room that's up
This controller doesn't work real well.
there. Yeah. That room. Yeah. Oh, go back over to Alex's room. The door just opened in her room.
I'm hitting up.
Yeah, I believe you.
Phoebe.
Thank you, Mrs. Edward.
Elizabeth, girls. Call me Libby.
So they're in the basement now. I think that's what that red, or not red, yellow square is.
You let those suckers get to the power box.
Can't.
So we're hampered by controller.
Well, that's some of it, yeah. The other of it is it's not real clear.
This game does not have good UX design.
No. This may require some further experimentation before we can.
What you do on your own time, I don't need to know.
Yeah. Well, what I want to do is at least figure out how this game works.
Right, and we can always come back to this one.
I think we should. Okay.
So do you want to delay the rest of this 32X until we have a fully functioning controller?
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
So do we want to flip back to the Apple TV and?
Yeah, I'm gonna tempt fate and change back over because there is another mobile game that's community based that I want us to talk about. So this needs to go back to HDMI.
I believe that this game is well known the company that created this game is well known for their online social.
Oh yeah, no, they're
games.
really known as a company that gets the internet just really well. Really, it's from a whole nation that has clearly shown a great grasp of the internet.
Well, that's a true statement, but in
No,
a way that
not-
only that nation
In
understands
the way
the internet.
that literally no one else gets.
They all understand it at a deep level, a level that none of the rest of us understand.
Yeah. Totally like, normal gaming culture too.
Not that.
Okay, so what we're talking about is Miitomo. If we can ever get this to go, we have, I think we've tempted fate one too many times.
One too many times. So, Miitomo will wait until
Give me a cut.
next time.
Maybe. Maybe. Help. I mean, I'm hitting all the right.
Hit the button.
I promise I'm hitting all the right buttons. All the right buttons.
This makes great live television.
Yeah. Watch Trey wrestle with buttons. No. The switch. We've run into this before. The switching back and forth between inputs.
Yeah.
The struggle.
So we really just need to pick one input and.
Oh, I went totally black. That was stupid. Okay, You gonna try this here?
Yeah, no go.
No dice.
No dice.
It hasn't popped. Okay.
Well,
that was a fun experiment.
thank you for joining us.
No, I mean, what? Hold on. Let's see. If it'll let, we can. Let's see.
You want to try that?
No, we won't tempt fate. That's a show. What a show that was.
The Clash of Clans went great.
Clash of Clans went great. I felt like the
now I feel
hardware-
like I want to play Clash of Clans and be a part of your clan.
only if you have a clan to join. Yeah, it's just not gonna do it.
So I may need to go get my clan started or my base started so I can get into your clan.
Yes, go ahead and get your base started, and then ask to join, and I'll let you in. Yeah. Well, next week we'll be here with Doom 32X, Miitomo, and
then maybe some Ori in the Blind Forest.
maybe some Ori in the Blind Forest. That game is achingly beautiful.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
But until then,
Comments,
or whatever.
subscribe.
However that works. Do that, y'all. Whatever. YouTube. Do
the YouTubes.
Do the YouTube. And just
Do that YouTube thing you do.